Welcome to the mind-blowing world of psychology, a field that delves into the very essence of what it means to be human. Ever wondered what makes us tick? What lies beneath our everyday actions and thoughts? Why do we act the way we do? What influences our choices, our emotions, and our interactions with others? What drives our decisions, our beliefs, our very perceptions of reality? These questions have fascinated scientists and thinkers for centuries. These 10 psychology experiments will blow your mind wide open, revealing the hidden forces that shape human behavior. They will challenge your understanding and make you see the world in a whole new light. From the depths of conformity to the power of obedience, we'll journey through some of the most groundbreaking experiments ever conducted. These studies have not only expanded our knowledge, but also raised ethical questions about the nature of human experimentation. Get ready to question everything you thought you knew about yourself and the world around you, because things are about to get really interesting. Prepare to dive into the complexities of the human mind and uncover the surprising truths that lie within. We're diving deep into the human psyche, exploring the experiments that shook the foundations of psychology and unveiled the often uncomfortable truths about our minds. These revelations have profound implications for how we understand ourselves and each other. Buckle up, get ready to explore the fascinating world of human behavior. This journey will not only enlighten you but also inspire you to think more deeply about the forces that shape our lives. In 1971, psychologist Philip Zimbardo conducted the infamous Stanford Prison Experiment. 24 male students were randomly assigned roles, guards, or prisoners in a simulated prison environment. What happened next shocked the world. The guards, given power and authority, became increasingly authoritarian and abusive. The prisoners, stripped of their identities, became passive and submissive. The experiment, designed to last 2 weeks, was shut down after just 6 days due to the alarming psychological effects on the participants. The Stanford Prison Experiment serves as a chilling reminder of the profound impact of situational factors on human behavior. Could you harm another person if an authority figure instructed you to do so? This question isn't just hypothetical, it delves deep into the human psyche and our relationship with authority. That's the question Stanley Milgram sought to answer in his controversial 1963 experiment. Milgram, a Yale University psychologist, was intrigued by the defense of many accused in the Nuremberg war criminal trials, who claimed they were just following orders. Participants were told they were administering electric shocks to a learner, an actor, in another room. The setup was meticulously designed to make the participants believe the shocks were real, adding a layer of authenticity to the experiment. The shocks weren't real, but the participants believed they were. They could hear the learner's reactions, which were pre-recorded, making the scenario even more convincing and emotionally charged. As the learner made mistakes, the experimenter, an authority figure in a lab coat, instructed the participants to increase the voltage. The participants were visibly distressed, yet many continued to follow orders. The results were startling. 65% of participants administered the highest shock level, despite the learner's pleas for mercy. This high level of compliance shocked even Milgram himself. The Milgram experiment revealed the unsettling power of authority and the potential for ordinary people to commit acts of obedience even when it violates their moral compass. It raised profound questions about the nature of human behavior and the limits of personal responsibility. The experiment also sparked a heated debate within the scientific community about the ethics of such studies. While it provided valuable insights, it also highlighted the potential psychological harm to participants, leading to stricter ethical guidelines in future research. Imagine being in a group and everyone gives the wrong answer to a simple question. Do you trust your own judgment or conform to the group? Solomon Asch's experiments in the 1950s demonstrated the powerful influence of social pressure. Participants were shown a line and asked to match it to one of 3 other lines. The answer was obvious, but when Confederates, actors posing as participants, gave the wrong answer, a significant number of participants conformed to the group's incorrect response. The Asch conformity experiments revealed the human tendency to conform to group norms, even when those norms contradict our own perceptions. Chapter 4, The Bobo Doll Experiment, Monkey. See, monkey do? Do children learn aggression through observation? Albert Bandura's Bobo doll experiment in the 1960s provided compelling evidence for social learning theory. Children observed an adult model interacting with a Bobo doll, either aggressively or non-aggressively. Those who witnessed aggressive behavior were more likely to imitate that behavior when given the chance to interact with the doll themselves. The Bobo doll experiment demonstrated the powerful influence of observational learning, particularly in the context of aggression. Chapter 5. The Little Albert Experiment. Conditioning Fear and Phobias. Can fear be learned? This question was at the heart of John B. Watson's Little Albert experiment in 1920. Little Albert, a 9-month-old infant, was conditioned to fear a white rat. Initially, Albert showed no fear of the rat. However, the researchers paired the presentation of the rat with a loud, startling noise. After repeated pairings, Albert developed a fear response to the rat, even without the noise. This experiment demonstrated classical conditioning, where a neutral stimulus, the rat, becomes associated with an unconditioned stimulus, the loud noise, to elicit a conditioned response, fear. Chapter 6. The Marshmallow Test. The Sweet Taste of Self-Control. Can delaying gratification predict future success? Walter Mischel's marshmallow test, conducted in the 1960s, explored the concept of delayed gratification in young children. Children were presented with a choice, 1 marshmallow now, or 2 marshmallows if they could wait for a short period. The researchers found that children who were able to delay gratification, wait for the 2 marshmallows, tended to have better outcomes later in life, including higher academic achievement, better social skills, and lower rates of substance abuse. The marshmallow test highlights the importance of self-control and its potential impact on long-term success. Chapter 7. The Halo Effect, When First Impressions Blind Us. Ever noticed how a positive first impression can color your overall perception of someone? That's the halo effect in action. This cognitive bias refers to our tendency to judge a person's character based on our initial impression of them. For example, if someone is physically attractive, we might also perceive them as being more intelligent, trustworthy, and competent. The halo effect highlights the powerful influence of first impressions and how they can shape our judgments, often unconsciously. Chapter 8. The False Memory Experiment. Planting Seeds of Doubt. Can memories be implanted? Elizabeth Loftus's research on false memories has revealed the malleability of human memory. In one study, participants were presented with fabricated childhood events, such as being lost in a shopping mall. Surprisingly, a significant number of participants later reported vivid memories of these events, even though they never actually happened. The false memory experiment demonstrates that memories are not always reliable and can be influenced by suggestion, imagination, and other external factors. Chapter 9. The Robbers Cave Experiment, From Conflict to Cooperation. Can conflict between groups be overcome? Muzaffar Sharif's Robbers Cave Experiment in 1954 provided insights into group conflict and cooperation. 22 boys were divided into 2 groups and taken to a summer camp. The researchers created competition and conflict between the groups, leading to hostility and prejudice. However, when the researchers introduced superordinate goals, tasks that required cooperation between the groups, the conflict began to dissipate and the boys started to work together. The Robbers Cave Experiment highlights the power of shared goals in reducing conflict and promoting cooperation. Chapter 10. The Cognitive Dissonance Experiment. Justifying our actions. Ever felt uncomfortable when your beliefs didn't align with your actions? That's cognitive dissonance at play. It's a psychological phenomenon that occurs when we hold 2 or more contradictory beliefs, values, or attitudes, especially when our actions don't match up with our beliefs. Leon Festinger's theory of cognitive dissonance suggests that we strive for consistency in our thoughts and behaviors. According to Festinger, this drive for internal harmony is so strong that we will go to great lengths to achieve it, even if it means altering our beliefs or attitudes. When there's a discrepancy, it creates discomfort or dissonance that we're motivated to reduce. This discomfort can manifest as anxiety, guilt, shame, or even physical unease. The greater the dissonance, the stronger the urge to resolve it. One way we do this is by changing our beliefs or attitudes to align with our actions. For instance, if we do something that goes against our moral code, we might convince ourselves that the action wasn't so bad after all. For example, if we engage in a behavior that contradicts our values, we might justify it by downplaying the negative aspects or emphasizing the positive ones. This rationalization helps us to feel better about our choices and reduces the dissonance. The cognitive dissonance experiment reveals the fascinating ways in which our minds work to maintain internal consistency. Through various experiments, psychologists have shown how people will change their beliefs, attitudes, and even memories to reduce dissonance and achieve a sense of psychological equilibrium. And there you have it, 10 psychology experiments that have revolutionized our understanding of the human mind. From the depths of conformity to the power of obedience, these experiments have revealed the often hidden forces that shape our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. If you found this journey through the mind-bending world of psychology as fascinating as I do, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more explorations into the cosmos of knowledge. Understanding these experiments can help us better understand ourselves and the world around us. Stay curious.